So, Glasspool Mimic provides a lot of utility for Merfolk, being both a land and creature. Yet, when it is a creature, what is the best card to copy with it? Well, the most common use is to copy a Lord. This is a good card to clone most of the time. Now, when choosing between cloning a Vodalian Hexcatcher or an Island Walk Lord, it depends on the matchup. If you are playing against a deck when you need to counter many of their non-creature spells, then you should copy Vodalian Hexcatcher, yet if Island Walk is more important, then copy Lord of Atlantis. Now, an interesting card to copy is Svyelun, yet Svyelun is legendary. Why would you want to copy her? Well, let's imagine you have an Ether Vial on 3, a Glasspool Mimic in hand, and a Svyelun in play. Your opponent plays Leyline Binding to kill the Svyelun. With Leyline Binding's trigger on the stack, you can Ether Vial into play Glasspool Mimic, then copy Svyelun. Choose to keep the Glasspool Mimic copy of Svyelun, then the Leyline Binding trigger has no target and it does nothing. And if you let the Leyline Binding trigger resolve, then it would be too late to get Glasspool to copy Svyelun. Now, something important to know is that if you copy Tideshaper, you do not get the ability to seize a land. This is because Glasspool is entering the battlefield as a copy of Tideshaper, and it's not being cast as Tideshaper, and using a kicker ability happens when you cast a card. Yet, when you copy cards, you do get an ETB effect. So if you're running out of resources, you should copy Silvergill Adept to draw another card. If you need to kill that Construct token, then copy Merfolk Trickster. Or if you want to bounce that Murktide, then copy Harbinger. I hate to interrupt, but if you want more videos like this, then I would check out my side channel. There, I will talk about the modern format as a whole, and a link to the channel will be in a pinned comment below. Now, Glasspool Mimic can do some really cool things with a Vial on 3. For example, your opponent just evoked in a Fury, and your board containing a Silvergill and Subtlety is wrecked, but you have a Vial on 3 and a Glasspool in hand. In response to the Fury, you can Vial in Glasspool and copy Subtlety, getting another ETB trigger to put off the Fury. Also, now let's imagine you have a Cursecatcher out, and your opponent plays Indomitable Creativity for 1, keeping up 1 mana to play around the Cursecatcher. If this creativity resolves, it's game over, but you can Vial Glasspool to copy Cursecatcher and sacrifice both of them to counter the Indomitable Creativity. Glasspool Mimic has a really wide variety of uses, yet knowing some of the fundamentals is really important, and I hope that video helped with that. So as always, I will see you next time.